On the last exciting episode of Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4 Wall of Fire, we had just taken out Liu Bei's territory, gotten all of his officers at least as POWs, and really started cementing our place in central China. But what I did was I went ahead and played ahead for just a couple months, got a lot of the boring nonsense out of the way. I went ahead and recruited all of those POWs, and I moved some officers around, and we're getting pretty close to, I think it's the end of the year or the beginning of the year. So okay, so we're in December, and so we're just going to go through the cities here real quick. So this is going to be our main city. We've got 200 troops here, plenty of gold, plenty of grain. Our city is coming along nicely. Farms and shops and guilds, all of that stuff's coming along really nicely. Now, this city, Jinye, that's the city we started in. That's going to be one of our feeder cities. So next year we're going to send the grain down. So we're going to send over 3,000 grain, close to it, down south to our main city. This is another pseudo feeder city. I've got 4 guys starting to build this up. It's going to be a feeder city, but we want to build it up a little bit because it's right on the edge, and I was able to actually buy a whole bunch of grain, it looks like, from this city. And I've got the old ruler Liu Bei. He's in that city right now. This is my second main city. Pretty good gold, pretty good grain, lots of troops. The city's coming along nicely as well too. Plenty of strong crossbows and horses. If I get attacked from this guy, I'll attack back in a field, and I'll bring my arrows, my crossbows, and horses into battle with me. This is going to be one of our feeder cities. Not too much going on here, which is fine. I'm probably going to put this on autopilot, this city. This is going to be the third of our major cities. It's got a huge population. It's going to take a little while to build up. So I've only got 1 officer in there right now, but I think I was moving some guys around, getting the popular support up in these cities. Yep, that's exactly what I was doing. Okay. So this city, who do I have in this city? Okay, so I'm going to end up leaving Cao Fan as the governor of this city, and then I'm going to turn it over to delegated city command. And I'll do the same with this. Who do I have here? Okay, I don't want to use any one of those guys for delegate. Oh, okay, I see what I was doing. Alright, so I'm going to move the governor of this city come next turn. I'm going to move him, or maybe 2 turns. I'm going to end up moving him to this city, Lingling. Yeah, because I need to get the popular support up. So I'm going to get the popular support up in this city, which I can't right now. And I'm going to move those 3 guys that are in this city over here and move this governor that way. And I may be able to turn these over to delegated. I'll probably end up doing that. I could probably do that with this town as well too. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that's all I had going on here. Okay, so I'm just going to end this turn. We'll go to the beginning of the month here. Ooh, Yuantan's subordinate Ganzheng Du has rebelled and claimed independence in Beihai. Cool, so you see how those rebellions will work. Yuantan, he must have had somebody who wasn't that loyal as a governor of a city, and he rebelled. And some guys coming back from searching and spying on some territories. Okay, so we're in really good shape. I'm going to start up at this city, and I'm going to set them up for... Okay, real quick, I just want to show you this real quick here. If you go to your city data and you see these brown cities with a little squiggly line in the middle, that means they're either low on gold or they don't have any. In fact, they don't have any here. So I'm going to give them, I'll give them enough to get through the year, so we won't have to bother with that city at all. We'll come back to these other cities here shortly. Okay, so I'm gonna send... I don't really need anything in the city. It's not gonna be attacked. Nothing's gonna happen really. So I'm gonna send 1,500 gold, and I'll send 500 grain this way. I don't really need anything there, but I don't want to leave them with nothing. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just check out some of these cities. This is going to be one of our feeder cities here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move a couple guys. And we're just going to move. We'll move everything pretty much out of that city. And actually, let's just go ahead and ruler, delegate, city. So delegate all would have been to delegate everything. So we're just going to put this under under delegated city command. So that means he's going to spend time to try to build up the city. Now, Cao Fan, he's not a great officer, but he's loyal. He wanted to come serve me, but I really wouldn't be using him for anything at all, really. So I'm just going to leave him there. I'll let him work on the city. It's, you know, kind of an irrelevant city at this point. I won't really need anything from it, and I'm going to move Han Juan out here. We'll pick Jiang Long as the governor of that city. And we're going to try to get this popular support up all the way, which it's probably going to take 2 turns to do this. May take even more. We'll probably just get that up over 70 and see what happens. And we're going to give him some gold, get his loyalty up. And so remember I was talking about sending gold or grain. Well, these 2 guys aren't that great of officers, so if I were to send this gold and grain up there with him, some of it would get stolen. So I just moved one of those officers from that city up to one of my main cities here. We're going to get done with these cities down there pretty shortly, and we probably won't be into them much anymore. We may just end up delegating command to those cities overall, and we'll go ahead and put some gold to these here, and we'll give them enough to get through the year. And I'm going to split this up so we have some even building of this. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go... Now, the reason that I put the higher skilled officers on the farms is because the farming level is lower. So they should be able to build up the farms quicker than they should be able to build up the shops. And once those get to 100, I'm going to stop working on those, and I'm just going to put a couple guys on dams, which means I may end up pulling a couple guys out of this city. This city here, Jiangjia, will end up looking like Zhinya, just a feeder city with nobody really in it, nobody doing anything. I think that's all I can do for those cities right now. So I'm going to go back to our main city here. Let's double check and see what we've got going on here. We're going to load these guys up. Now most of the guys working on this, they're pretty good. So I'll put 1250 on each one of these cities, and they should be good. I shouldn't have to check this city again for the rest of the year. So what I can really focus on now is drafting, and we're going to draft a whole bunch here over this year. We're going to probably get this city up to close to 500, and that one close to 500 as well too. And then we'll start making plans on how we're going to go west. Or we may sit in the city for another year, sit in this little area for another year, and then begin to build this city up, because then I can move west or east from my southern city and take care of all this, and I can move west from Jiangling, and then I'll be able to defend north, which I may end up doing and just sitting here in Wan. And then we're going to have to take a look at some of these other cities. We'll do that here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and draft. We're going to use Liu Bei, and we're going to draft 50 train. So we got a lot of guys here now that we can use to train. So I'm going to use, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 guys I can use to draft, and I'm going to send them, or to train, I'm going to send them for 5 months. So they'll be done in June, right before the end of the year, and we'll reevaluate what we need to do there. And I can send some guys out to search, or I can send some guys out to spy. He's asking if he can spy. I haven't sent anybody out yet, so I'm going to hold off on letting him spy just yet. See, these guys here, those 3 guys, they can't do anything other than spy, and I have no plans whatsoever for any of them to do anything else. So I'm going to let them spy for 6 months out east and then out west. That way, anytime I need to look at these cities, I'll have plenty of information on them. Liu Bei, will have him search up here for another 6 months, which is perfectly fine. I don't really need them to do anything else. I'll let them reward, and I'm going to send. I can't send anything right now. So I think that's... Let's see. Okay, so Guo Yuqi, he can't do anything other than search or foreign. So I'm going to let him search this territory. I may let... Let's see. I don't know... Okay, so he's the only one who can build. I may have him start building. Or I'm going to wait to see... When's Jiang Wan going to be back? So in 1 month he'll be back, and I'll let him start building. Because he's got 93 in politics versus 88 for Zhu Shu up there. But I may let him... What should I have him do? I'll let him do some foreign stuff, but I want to check out some of the other cities here real quick. Alright, we're going to draft. We'll draft with Michu, because he's got the highest politics over there of somebody who's not going to be training. And we're going to pick... We got quite a few good guys that we can use here. In fact, we'll have 1 too many. Yeah, we got 1 too many, which is fine. I can end up moving Mi Feng. Or who should I move? You know what? I'll move Mi Feng. I'll move him back over. Yep, I'll move him to the main city here in a minute. And I'm going to let them train for 5. I'm going to move Mi Feng over. So when these guys are done training in 5 months, I'll have another guy that I can use to help train. You can bring a max of 10 guys to train. And we're going to do some searching, which I cannot. I've searched every single area. Look at that. We can let Kuai Yu, he can search. I'll let him search Cao Cao's main area. And that's all he can do, so that's what I'm going to let him do. We got some guys who can do some foreign, so let me give some gifts out here. Okay, I didn't form that alliance with Sun Quan, but I will definitely do that. And I want to give some gifts to the Northwestern tribe. I'm going to give them 10 horses, because we're going to let them... I've got a sneaky suspicion that Chang Lu out in Han Chong has built up his forces, because he usually builds up his forces pretty well. In fact, let's take a look right now. So, Han Chong, Chang Lu. Yeah, he's got a pretty big force right there. And he's kind of on our doorstep. So, this guy right here, he's got about 35,000 troops. And he may move to this open city, and if he does that, then he may want to attack me. But he may also want to attack Cao Cao, or he may want to attack Ma Tang. But I'm going to let the foreign tribes work him over just a little bit, because he's getting a little too big for his britches. We'll let Jian Yong go ahead and do that. We'll send him with 1 horse. This should be fine. Yep. We'll let him work Chang Lu over. We'll probably send him, depending on how well this works out, we'll probably send him a couple months in a row. Anybody else who can spy? Kuai Liang, he can spy. He can also build. I wonder if I should have him build. You know what? I'm not going to have him build. Let's see if I can buy a little bit of grain here. Now it's only 4 to 1. I'm going to have him give... No, I don't want him to have him... I don't want to have him do that either. Let's see who this guy is. Okay. Okay, so we're going to try one of those sneaky deals again. We're going to see if we can snag this city out west. It probably won't work, but you know what? It's worth it. We got plenty of gold. We're going to be moving west anyway, and there's tons of soldiers out there. Nope. So that didn't work, but we may try that again occasionally. So that didn't work, but that's okay. We're going to be rewarding some of our guys here. I think that's all I can do. No travelers. I wonder if I should buy a little bit of grain. I don't think I need to. I really don't think I need to. No, I got plenty. I don't want to get too far off in my gold to grain ratio. And I'm going to let these guys start building up this city just a little bit. I think that's all I can do, so I'm going to save this right now. We'll switch turns. We'll end our turn. I saved over an early Cao Cao game, which I'm kind of irritated about that. I may have to play with Cao Cao again. So we're pretty much just going to stay right where we're at. We'll probably just do the same things kind of over and over again. Okay, so the tribe is attacking Han Chong. He was able to fight them off, which I figured he probably would. Deng Chi. Okay, so he's coming right here. We want to pick up this guy, and he's going to come serve me anyway. And he's a pretty good officer as well, too. He's good, excuse me, all across the board. His charm is off the charts. And he's got foreign spy, recruit, and build. So remember I was telling you about those. Those are the big ones. Those are the ones we want. And I can actually, let's go ahead and just recruit him. Let's not wait for him. We should be able to get him. Cool. Good job. Good job, Wang Fu. Let's see if we can search. Yep, we can have Chao Lei. We'll let him search out west. We'll end up moving Deng Chi in here next month. And good. So we're going to have Jiang Wen. He can build all the way up to catapults. Nice. So the guilds are at 104, but it'll probably be, yeah, 12 months and 2,500 gold. So we're not going to do that just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to let Zhu Shu, we'll let him spy somewhere for a little bit just to find out what's going on. Like I said, he's a super officer who can do a whole lot. So I'll let him, you know, go on 1 month tasks. And we'll let Mao Jai do that. He'll search out there. Liu Bei, we're not ready to draft again, but I'm going to have him give the folks some grain. And 800 should do it. This city, I bet you it's going to go to 79. We're not going to quite get there. Yep, I probably should have just done 1,000. And now we're going to build. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get him to volunteer for the task, because he's going to do a better job. So we want him to build 100 rapid crossbows. That's going to take, it's going to cost 3,100 gold, and it's going to take 8 months. If I get him to volunteer, it's going to take 8 months, but it'll cost less. So let's see if we can't get him to volunteer for it. Sometimes they don't want to volunteer for anything, you know. And I'm just doing this just to show you. Okay, great. So remember, last time it was 8 months and 3,100 gold for 100 rapid crossbows. So now we're going to do 100, and it's going to cost 2,700 gold. So we're going to save 400 gold. That's going to take 8 months, but you know what? We weren't planning on doing anything for this year anyway. So we're just going to let him do that. He'll be ready to do something by the end of the year. And as you saw, I mean, I've pretty much got people... Oh, I can't do that right now. I've got, you know, somebody out there doing something everywhere. No generals available. See if I can send. Nope, I can't send anything. I want to send that grain on over. Red Rover, send that damn grain on over. Okay, so their training level is at 100. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft 10 at a time. Because I want that spirit to get as close to 100 as possible. And the fewer troops you draft, with the more people training them, the higher their spirit's going to rise. And let's see if there's anywhere I can search. I don't think so. Yep, I've got one more city down here that I can search. Okay, that's great. And I want to get some foreign affairs going. I think I want to try to ally with Sun Xuan, just because I'm not going to be making any moves against him right now. We got two people competing over who should do it. Now, if I pick one over the other, whoever I don't pick is going to lose a point of loyalty, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to back out and try it again. And he's requesting to do it again. That's fine. I'm only going to do it for 1 year. And he doesn't know if we're going to be able to get this alliance or not, so we'll see what happens. We're only offering one horse. So he's saying, yes, absolutely. You can trust me when the time comes. So we've done all this stuff, foreign affairs, and we've probably spent maybe 20 horses total. That's pretty awesome. And I'm gonna let this foreign tribe invade over here again, because I just don't want him growing too powerful. I want to keep him in check. So we got that to go through again, which is awesome. Let's see what happened before. Alright, so he was at 359 soldiers before. Okay, so this next attack by the tribes will probably put him under 300, which is good. We'll just dwindle his forces little by little. See if there's anything I can do. I don't want to buy any grain, but I'm going to move this guy over, Kai He, because he's not really good. He can't really do anything for me. He can't search, he can't spy, but I can move him around. I'll move him back next month, and I'll bring some grain with me next month. See if he can do anything here. Nope. I'm going to set this city up to be delegated as well. So I'm just not going to do anything with the city. City command, that way he's not trying to build an army on me. I think I can... Oop, I can't do anything there. But I've got a free officer in that city. Who is that? Gongju. Okay, so I can't even recruit him. But Cao Fan doesn't have the recruit skill anyway. So it's somewhat irrelevant. 66, 71. Yep, we'll let him do this. So that's 77. That's probably pretty good. I'll probably leave this city at 77. Give him some gold. And we'll end up moving out of this city, and we'll set this one up for delegated as well too, and then we'll just focus right here on this city. We can spy and search with a couple of these guys too. I don't think there's any areas to search. I am searching everywhere, my friends. Let's see if we can have him spy. I mean, I guess we could send him up here. What is it, February? Yeah, I'll send him for 5 months. The longer, so that territory is so far away from me, sending somebody for 1 month, they're not going to be able to find out much information. So the longer you send them there, the more information that they're going to be able to get. and my OCD is killing me. I just want to get that support up to 80. So we're just going to go ahead and do that, and I don't think they need any reward. No, we're good. I think we're good with this turn. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to meet with him, Ma Diao. He can build up my guilds a little bit. But he's telling me Xiaoho Yan possesses the Lunar Spear. And I think I found another item. I think I found another horse at some point. Yep, I did. And this is one of those fake items. I'm just going to go ahead and give it away to Changfei. I think that's all I can do. I'm going to save this here. Over. Okay. It's not. Yeah, there we go. This music is jamming, isn't it? That'll put you to sleep. It's put me to sleep many a night. We had him attacking them again. We'll go ahead and see what's happened. See, now the reason I gave away that fake item, because if you're holding a fake item and you meet with somebody, they're just going to tell you that that item is fake. But occasionally, a visitor will come into our city, and if you leave that fake item on the ruler, they're going to tell them that. But I'd rather this guy, Ma Diao, give me some actual information other than telling me an item is fake that I already know is fake. Training is almost done there. We're going to move Deng Qi, who we just picked up from this city. We're going to move him down south. I don't think Wang Fu can do anything. Let's see, I don't think he can anywhere to search. Yeah, a couple places he can search. We'll send him up north. And we're going to move this guy, Kai He, back. We're not going to move any gold. We are going to move some grain. We're going to move a lot of grain because we're going to be drafting in that city, so we'll need that grain for popular support purposes. And giving these guys 1 gold, so everybody in this city is going to be at 100% loyalty. Yeah, I like this. We're going to draft. So I think the spirit level last time was at 83. It's at 87 now, so I'm going to draft another... I'm going to use this guy. Draft another 10. And I'm going to give some grain to the folk before it gets too low. Again, round numbers, my OCD. I only need to give them 200, but I don't want to see... like seeing nice round numbers. And we're going to reward these guys. Anybody's in the city. Nope, I can't even do anything. I think I delegated. Yep, I delegated there. And I'm gonna delegate here in just a second. I'm gonna have this guy give. See, his charm is so low, this might not do anything, but let's hope it gets it to 80. No, it didn't quite do that, but that's fine. You know what? I mean, I kind of wasted that, but I didn't waste it at the same time. Okay, we're gonna move everybody out of there. We're gonna take we're gonna leave 500 there, and we're gonna leave 500 gold and 500 grain. We're gonna take all the horses, and we're gonna reward him just a little bit more. And we're gonna set this city to delegated. Delegated. Yep. City. We're going to place Ling Ling under delegated city control. So now these cities, I don't have to worry about them. They're small feeder cities. Well, these guys, they're not feeder cities, because once you set delegated control, they're going to start working on them. They're not going to save their gold or grain. They're just going to be trying to use it as best they can. So they're just cities that we have under our control now. And we're going to go put those other guys that we moved over from Ling Ling, we're going to put them to work here. You know what? I'm going to do one thing real quick. Nope. Yeah, I am going to do it. I'm going to put my 2 best guys on shops. And then I'll put these 2 guys. It's so close. It's almost doesn't make a difference, but part of me just likes to see it a certain way. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be nice. cool. So I won't have to worry about this city for a while now. I'm going to let this city build up a little bit, and it's got a sizable population. It's got 100,000 more than this city. So what I'll probably end up doing is, at the beginning of the year, I'm going to probably move some guys around from between these two cities and start building up a force down here in Changsha, because I'm going to use the Changsha forces to move east. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'll leave these guys up here to protect and defend. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Yep, I can meet with somebody. Ooh, Pu Jing. So he's going to extend. Sun Xian now has a higher chance of living a long life. That's great, because he's a pretty good officer, and his charm is 90, so I use him to draft a lot and to give grain to the folk. Like, I'll move that guy specifically around as I start taking other cities over, and I'll just have him. And Deng Chi's another one of those guys with high mind or chain. I can't even speak, can I? High charm. And I'll move him around to get that popular support up. Soldiers are training. I can reward some people. What can I actually do? No, I don't want to do that. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. What am I doing? Let's see. So I've got quite a few people, and I don't think I can even do anything with them. I can't search. Let me see if I can search. There's probably one territory I can search. Big whoop, right? I'm actually going to have Yi Ji do that. I like Yi Ji to search this territory. If you've noticed, when I first started playing this game, I sent Yi Ji in this territory. I don't know why. He's had favorable responses searching in there. And there's still a couple guys he may be able to find. Let's see. Is there anything I can do as far as gifts? Yeah, I'm going to give some gifts to some of the tribes just to kind of lower them. I'm going to give them 10 horses, the Shan Yu. I've been using them a lot to dwindle Sun Xuan's forces. So he accepted that. That probably... So his hostility, I think, was like in the 50s. Let's see what 10 horses did. That should take him down to 0. Hostility. Nope, 25, which is still not bad. There's not really any other gifts. I think I'm going to have the foreign tribe invade Hanchang again. Let's actually see what kind of damage that did. Okay, so that did quite a bit of damage. I'm going to let him do that again, just to kind of keep him in check, keep him in line with what else is going on around him. We don't want him getting too powerful, making too many moves. So we're going to let the tribes... Yep, good deal. So basically, you've seen what I'm doing here now. It's probably going to be on autopilot again for the next few months. What I'll probably do is just play through the end of this year. I'm not going to be attacking anybody, and I'll probably play through this year, see where it shows up, or see what happens at the end of the year, who shows up to work for me. By that time, I may be ready to make a move out west or to the east. And at that point, I'll pick up the recording and you can see kind of where we're going to go with this. So thank you very much for watching another episode of Let's Play some Romance of the Three Kingdoms. We're going to sign off for here. We'll pick this back up when we're ready to go to war.